Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is K Shine and thank you so much for clicking on this video today. You already know your girl is back with another freaking story time. Based on the title of this video, you already know what I'm about to talk about. Before we even hop into this video, y'all, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and share my videos, y'all. We are on the road to 10,000 subscribers. That is the goal by the end of this year. Okay, we close to 7,000 right now, so I know we can do it, K-Stars. I know we can do it. So make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe and click that notification bell. That way you are notified every time I post a video. But without further ado, let's hop right into the video. Let's go. All right, y'all, so boom. If you watched my last Ask K where I think it was titled he cheated and got her pregnant, I'll go ahead and post it up there. If you watched that, that made me think of this story time now. So I thought it was just fitting to go ahead and tell this story time right after that one. Okay, if you watched it, then you know what I'm talking about. But y'all, let me tell y'all, boom. Okay, boom, 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 let's get into it. So this story time took place when I was in college. Y'all know when I tell my college stories, everybody know I went to college. I wasn't looking for no relationship. I wasn't looking for no man. I was looking to have a good time, have my little fun, and you know, just keep it moving. I wasn't really looking for nothing. I was there to get my education and have a little fun, okay? So I met this one boy. Let's call him Josh. So I met Josh, right? Okay, I met Josh my sophomore year and we started talking or whatever. So as always, you know, it was nothing too heavy. Like we just was kicking it. We was, you know, we just was a friend with benefits. We knew what it was, okay? We knew what it was. But listen, y'all, when I tell y'all that I messed with people, but it was nothing serious, I only had like a couple little guidelines, little rules for them. Like at the end of the day, I just let my guys know, like when you see me out in public, as long as you speak, you can keep it moving. You feel what I'm saying? Like we ain't gotta be booed up. If you got other people that you talk to, I'm cool with that. Like if y'all was to know me, I'm not a jealous person. I don't really care who you talk to, especially if me and you just kicking it. You could talk to 1,000 other bitches and I would not care, because who am I to tell you who you could talk to and me and you not even committed? Okay, like, ooh, y'all, my braid was on my thigh. I thought someone was calling on me. Okay, got a little nervous. But yeah, y'all, so like I'm not that type of chick that be like, oh, you talking to other bitches or you be jealous. Like listen, I could see you out with a whole nother female and I would be okay with it. Okay, I really would. Like, I mean, unless like that's your girlfriend and you trying to talk to me on the side, now that's different. But I mean, like if you talking to multiple girls and like you might be more serious with another girl than me, and I'm okay with that, because like technically that's what I signed up for. Like if we're only talking and I'm not looking for a relationship, like I don't give a fuck who you talk to. Okay, that's just me. Like I said, this was college. I wasn't looking for nothing serious. I'm just here to have my fun and keep it moving. So as long as you spoke to me, like, then we good. But don't see me out and think you gonna walk past me and shit gonna be sweet. No, nigga, keep that same energy, period. If you ain't gonna talk to me out in public, don't talk to me in private. But as long as you spoke, you can do your little thing, okay? So when me and Josh started talking sophomore year, we would hang out and stuff. Like, you know, the parties that was going on, like he would come pick me up and we would all go together, or like we would still go to the movies or out to eat. Like we still kick it. All my friends with benefits or whatever, they kicked it with me heavy, because I was that cool chick. Like I was chilling. I just want to have fun. I don't do the drama. I don't do the extra shit. They knew if they was talking to somebody else, I wasn't gonna trip. Like they knew the vibes with me, because I'm 9 times out of 10 I'm talking to other dudes too. So I can't trip on you for talking to other bitches. Like I'm not one of those. So everybody was just cool. Like I always was a vibe. I always was just chilling for real. Like, so they love hanging out with me. So me and Josh would hang out and we would go to parties. And when we went to parties, like we didn't just like always stay together. You know, we would mingle, move around and stuff. I know it's kind of weird because people are probably like, why are you talking to other people while you with like one of your dudes? But listen, I'm just saying it has to be an understanding between you and whoever you kicking it with. Y'all just got to understand the vibes. And me and Josh knew what it was. Like blatantly, I wouldn't be in his face getting another dude number. But when we went to parties, we just ain't stick together. Like my girls was there, his dudes was there. Like we would mingle, we would walk around. And if I got a number on the low, you know, it was what it was. I wasn't necessarily hiding it. But I wouldn't ever just be in his face, like just getting a number or all up on the dude. Like I wouldn't be disrespectful with it. But you know, if he ain't paying attention, I'm over there getting numbers. He probably over there getting numbers too. You know, like it's all good. But y'all, we will always have a good time. We will always have a vibe, right? So we go to this party, y'all. Literally, me and Josh has been talking for like, I think at the time of the party, like we had only been talking for like a good like 2-3 months. Like I remember it wasn't even like 3 months for like a full 3 months. So it's been between like 2 to 3 months we have been talking. So you know we already established a vibe. And I'm gonna be honest, y'all know when y'all at college, like y'all make sure y'all establish y'all little cuddle buddy. So me and Josh already had our mind made up. Like when we went to this party, like you know you can do whatever you gonna do, but you know me and you is going home together. You know what I mean? Like you gotta establish the plans beforehand. You know, so we had already made that clear. Like he picked me and my homegirl up from my apartment to go to the party, and then of course he was coming back with me or whatever. So when we get to the party, we pull up and you know we got our liquor or whatever, so we sitting in the car drinking before we go in. So we having a good time. So it's me, my homegirl, and him and his homeboy or whatever, and then of course we meeting up with our people at the party as well. Everybody gonna be at the little party. So you know, like I said, we in the car, we're drinking, we take a couple shots, and we like, okay, they smoke, you know, I don't smoke, y'all. So they're smoking in the car, whatever. So I got a little contact, you know, but I ain't smoke personally. So we get out the car, we go into the party. The party is lit, wall to wall, everybody is there. Okay, it's a good time. So we having a good time. As soon as I had walked in a party, you know, I hear my song come on. So you know, I'm on Josh like, you know, I'm doing my little thing. You know, I'm giving him a little dance as soon as I walk in because my song come on. So I'm extra. Like, if y'all ever see me dancing, y'all, I'm extra and I do the most. And, you know, it just is what it is. I don't know why I'm so extra, but it just came with it. So when I'm dancing on him, y'all, okay, so if y'all ever been to like a party or a club and like a girl is like dancing on the boy and like his boys is behind him holding him up, that's how it was, y'all, because I'm small, but don't get it confused. I throw this ass back, okay? Period. But yeah, so his friends was behind him, holding him up, and you know, I'm throwing his ass back like, I throw that ass back and see if he can catch it. Hey, I come out of up when I'm trying to get ratchet. Hey. So I'm dancing on him, whatever, and his friends is holding him up, you know, we being extra and stuff. So everybody was kind of like watching us or whatever. So when we stop, you know, we get to walking around maneuvering through the party. Like he in my ear, because at this point, he not drunk, he kind of tipsy. So he all in my ear saying little shit, you know, just talk all nasty and stuff. You know how I like it. But no, so he in my ear saying whatever. So he all up on me, and my friend tapped me like, girl, like this bitch over here is looking at you. So I'm like, girl, who? What is she looking at me? What she want from me? So I'm looking around, and you know, I do lock eyes with some girl that was staring. So I'm just like, oh, okay, you know, it don't faze me, baby, because if you got something to say, you need to come over here and address it. We're not about to have a staring competition, bitch. You're gonna win, because if you think I'm about to stare you down, negative. So I look, and you know, I was like, you know, I did a little 1-2, like what? And she looked away, so I'm just like, oh, okay, bitch. Like maybe she just was looking at me dancing, like I don't know, but it is what it is. But now that I already kind of peeped a little bit of static, like I'm still going to enjoy myself. But you know, I'm watching my surroundings, and I'm like, okay, maybe something going on. So Josh taps me, and he's like,
oh, that girl over there in the orange, yeah, I talked to her. Like, that's the chick that I'm talking to, you know. It's nothing major, but we do kick it from time to time.
I'm like, okay, bet. Like, that's a real ass dude, because any other nigga, they wouldn't even tell you. Like, they'll let this girl be watching you, staring at you, and you don't even know why. Meanwhile, the whole time they fucking or whatever. Like, so I appreciated that he kept it real with me, because he know me, and he knew I wasn't gonna start no drama with her. He knew I wasn't gonna trip. He knew I didn't care. Like, he just knew he could keep it real with me, and like I wasn't gonna trip about it, because I didn't and I wasn't. So he let me know that that's who he was talking to, and they kick from time to time. I'm looking like, okay, bet, that's why she's staring at me, because you know, y'all two talk and I just danced on you and made this whole scene. So she probably looking at me like, who the fuck is this bitch on my dude? Like, but that's none of my business, sis. You're gonna have to check that in with him. That don't have nothing to do with me at all, baby. Sorry. So I go maneuver through the house, because it's basically a house party. So you know, you walk around, see who all up in this bitch and stuff. So I'm walking around, I'm seeing people I know, I'm hugging, kicking it with them or whatever. So me and Josh had split up at that time. So you know, I did go back to having my fun, but I am like, you know, keeping my eye on my surroundings, because I'm like, I don't know what type of bitch this is. Like, she could really be mad and really like this dude and try to turn up on me, or she could just be, you know, just watching me, like just to see what type of bitch I am, you know. So I'm just having my fun, and I'm walking around around the party. So it was 3 other girls that, like, my other friends that were there. So we was over there, like, kind of in the corner kicking it with them, because we was talking to, like, somebody from the fraternity or whatever. We was over there talking to him. So I guess, so we was over there talking to him. So Josh found his way back to me, and we came back to me. Like, I could tell he had been drinking more and more at the party, because, like, a slow song came on, y'all, and Josh just comes over to me, and I'm literally sitting there with a cup in my hand, talking, like, to my girls. And then the boy from the fraternity, he comes behind me, and he just, like, grinding all up on me and stuff like that. He dancing with me. So me, I'm like, okay then, Josh, what you trying to do? So I'm going back and forth or whatever. So we over there having our little moment, and then the song ends. So we stop and we start, like, laughing at each other and kicking it or whatever. So Josh, like, we you ready to go in a minute? So I was like, yeah, because at that point we had been there for a minute. So he's like, okay, I gotta use the bathroom, and then I'm gonna grab the homeboys, and we gonna head out or whatever. So I'm like, okay, bet. So I got me and my one friend that we roll with them. So me and my one homegirl that roll with them here, we get together. I'm like, yeah, you ready to go? She's like, yeah, we can go. So I'm like, okay. So I'm just talking to her, like, yeah, we just gonna wait for Josh to get out the bathroom. And as I'm talking, I look over, and homegirl is staring again. So I'm just call homegirl. I'm gonna call her. I'm gonna call her a little bit, okay? Because she was a little bitch, okay? So we gonna call her a little bit. Little bit is just over there staring at me, y'all. So I'm just like, girl. And at this point, I have been drinking more too, because a lot of times I don't even entertain shit like that. I see her looking again, so I'm just like, damn, like, this girl just gonna keep staring at me. Like, every time I look up, she over there with her friends, just talking, just looking. And y'all ain't like, what? Like, what is the problem, sis? Like I said, once again, whatever issue you may have, you're gonna have to address that with him. He the one that's fucking you, or whatever y'all doing, not me. So why you looking at me like it's my fault that he talking to me or something? Like, I'm confused. So she's staring or whatever. So I'm just over there looking like, what's up? Yeah, so y'all, so she's just staring, and I'm just so confused, because I'm just like, what is you staring at? Like, what is the problem? So, okay, y'all, I'm back. I had to stop my video for a quick second and go take care of some business, but I'm back now. Like I was saying, like, I just remember the girl was staring, and I'm just looking like, sis, what is the problem? Like, if you got something you need to get off your chest, you might as well do it. Like, what's going on? Meanwhile, we just waiting for Josh to come out the bathroom. So me and my friend just sitting there, like, because I'm waiting for basically, like, homegirl to either say something or make the first move, because I don't got no problem with you. I don't care nothing about you. So it's no need for me to, like, address you. You feel what I'm saying? Especially since she was only staring. Like, if she was rolling her eyes or, like, moving her neck and doing all that, maybe it would have been different. But, like, she was just staring. So I was just like, okay, well, whatever. Like, if you feeling a little froggy, bitch, you need to jump, okay? We were just kind of just sitting there looking like, okay, well, clearly she don't want to say nothing, or she would have been said something. So we just looking and we just waiting. So we standing over there still talking to our little crew that we was with. And Josh finally comes out the bathroom, and he's walking towards our way to come get us. And I see Lil Bit stops him, right? So he's coming down the hallway, and she stops him. And, like, me being me, I'm just sitting over there talking to my homegirl, like, look, this little bit just stopped Josh. Like, let's see what's going on. Like, let's just peep game. But I'm peeping game from over in the corner. I don't have no reason to, like, go over there and stop him from talking to her. I don't have no reason to address her. None of that. Like, that is his issue. That's his problem. So he can talk to her. So I was just sitting just to see, like, what she was gonna say or what she was gonna do. So I was just, like, watching, but I was letting him handle his own business. Ain't got nothing to do with me. Of course, I don't know what she said at the time, but of course Josh ended up telling me afterwards, like, Lil Bit was basically just, like, talking shit, like saying little stuff like,
why you here with her? Like, why would you disrespect me like this and show it with another girl? And we been kicking it. Oh, what, that bitch thinks she cute?
Like, little hating shit like that. Like, first of all, how you know if I think I'm cute? You ain't said not one word to me, so how you just gonna assume I think I'm anything? Like, what you mean? So he was talking to her, but I see her all like this, doing all this stuff. I'm just sitting back laughing, because I'm like, I know she must be tripping on him about me, but once again, that's none of my business. None of my business. Like, I'm just chilling. Like, alone shouldn't bring that rah-rah over here. That's between them two. So they're talking or whatever, and he ends up walking away from her. Now, he didn't come back over to me yet because he wanted to gather his homeboys because we was about to go. So he went more towards the kitchen, and I'm in the living room area. So I guess she peeped at me, and my friends was kind of like laughing. So like she just was looking at us like, and I'm like, girl, what? So before we was about to leave, my song came on, and it was like perfect timing because right before we was about to leave, my song came on for everybody about Cash Doll. If you don't know, you need to know, because any female who listens to that song, like, it's just, you feel that shit. As soon as that shit came on, I'm like,
hit my line. Asking why my number in your nigga shit. You're wasting your time. Probably should have asked that nigga, bitch. Probably wanna put a bad bitch, you know?
I was just rapping the lyrics, so I'm like this with it. You know, when I rap my music, I be feeling it like in my soul, in my heart, in my body, and I be like, bitch, bitch, bitch. You know, I'm all like that with it. So she must have felt some type of way because she rapping it with her friends too. But because this was legit my song, I'm talking to my homegirls like da 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 da. We on Snapchat with it, and I look, and she moved closer to me. Like this bitch was over there, and now she next to me. So I'm just looking like, bitch, oh, don't try it. Like, don't try to ease over here on the low on some little sneaky shit. So I look at her because I'm just like, what you trying to do? Like, wait a minute. She was just singing and she was whipping her hair like back and forth, whipping it, whipping it, whipping it. So I'm just like, girl, as long as you don't whip it on me, we good. But she was just, you could tell she was just trying to show out in front of me without like making it directly to me. You get what I'm saying? Because she wasn't like, the thing is, she wasn't in my personal space. Like, she just moved closer, and I could tell she just wanted me that, she wanted to get my attention. Like, bro, like, she just wanted to get my attention, but she didn't want to say nothing directly to me. So I'm just like, bitch, if you're not gonna be a big enough girl to address me, then like, why would I pay you any mind? As long as you don't come in this personal space, my bubble, you good. So she over there whipping her hair back and forth and doing all that extra stuff. Now, if y'all remember my last story time, like I tell y'all, these house parties, these apartment parties, these parties get shut down because the police where I went to school at, they had nothing else to do. So any fun they seen going on, they shut that bitch down with the quickness. And I think the police got caught a lot because you would see hundreds and hundreds of people in these one houses, and they just be like, baby, it's too much noise, it's too loud, y'all gotta go. So right, we was already about to leave anyways, but then the police was outside. So like people already started clearing out. So they over the microphone like, yeah, you know, it's time to go. Dum, dum, dum. Dum, 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 dum. It's time to go. So, you know, they start cutting the music down or whatever. So Josh comes to find us. Like, he got his homeboys and he come to find us. And as soon as he walked past, like, he did kind of walk past her, because he's coming from this way, so he had to walk past her to get to me. So as soon as he walked past, she's like,
wow, Josh, like, so you not coming home with me? Like, you want to be fake? Like, you trying to talk to both of us? Like, you telling us both lies?
first of all, bitch, how do you even know he's telling me lies? What lies? What are you talking about? You don't even know what type of relationship we got going on. So how you just gonna sit up here and say you telling us both lies? If he lied to you, sis, that's on you. But he didn't lie to me about anything. Like, we know what we got going on. I guess she assumed, like, because she wasn't cool with him talking to other girls, that possibly I wouldn't be cool with it. But me and him is not together. So I did not care. So don't assume that he lied to me because he may have lied to you. I don't know. So I'm like, so once she said that, I'm like, okay, you done kind of included me in this conversation. So I'm like, sis, he not lying to me about anything. Like, I don't know what he lied to you about, but he's not lying to me about anything. And I left it at that. And she was like,
no, Josh, you trying to have your cake and eat it too? You not about to be doing that. You think you gonna be fucking both of us? Like, that's not about to happen.
First of all, so who even said we was having sex? Like, you trying to include me with everything you got going on with this man, and it ain't even that what we was. But, you know, that's neither here or there. But I'm just saying, like, I'm not included in anything that you got going on, sis. Like, mind your business. Whatever problem you have with him, y'all two need to address that. Like, stop including me in your shenanigans. Like, what's going on? So Josh, like,
you need to chill out. Like, you doing too much. Like, it is not the time or the place for this conversation. It's time to go. They putting people out. Like, what are you talking about?
So she like,
Josh, I'm not going nowhere. She like, you need to choose. Either you gonna mess with me or you gonna mess with her, because you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't have the both of us, so pick.
I'm sitting there like, sis. To be honest, it would have been no picking with me, first of all, because if it was that serious, sis, you can have him. Like, I don't even, like, it's not even that deep for me. Like, you going too hard for this dude, and we don't have the same feelings toward him. Like, Josh, that's my dog, but like, I'm definitely not about to go to war for this man. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, we having a good time, we kicking it, but sis, dang, if you want him that bad, you can have him, sis. Josh literally looks at her, and then he looks at me, and he looks at her, and then he looks at me, and he's like,
come on, Kay.
baby girl was like,
What? What do you mean?
y'all, she was so sick that he told me to come on and not her. So I guess like he chose me in a sense. And she was sitting there looking so dumb. And I'm like, sis, why would you even ask this man to choose? Because to be honest, well, he could have had both of us, to be honest, if it was on my end, because I didn't care who he messed with. But I guess technically he couldn't have both of us because she wasn't going for that. But like, sis, did you honestly think you was gonna be the only one that he was talking to? Like, y'all ain't serious, y'all ain't committed, so why would you even care? Like, I don't personally understand females like that. Everybody is different. I'm just not one of those females. Like, if me and you are not committed, if we didn't have an actual conversation when we are going to be exclusive, or we are only going to talk to each other, I don't expect you to only talk to me. Like, if you do, yeah, that's fine, that's great, love it, more power to you. But it, like, I just feel like, who am I to tell you to only talk to me when I know I am dating multiple people? You get what I'm saying? So I would never be selfish and be like, you talk to other females, you can't talk to me. Meanwhile, I got 10 other dudes in my phone. Like, I'm not gonna do that. You get what I'm saying? So I didn't care. He could have had both of us. Like, you know? And I know that some people, that could be weird, like, he's sleeping with both of y'all. Listen, I'm protected over here. That's why I don't do the unprotected. You know, I don't do none of that. Listen, y'all can't honestly say like, oh my God, like, y'all never know with these dudes. These dudes could be sleeping with you and 100 other different people. Like, so don't act like, oh, you don't care that he's sleeping with other people. No, I don't. Cause he, like, what? Like, come on now. Cause it ain't like I'm gonna be like, I'm his first time anyway. So if he dealt with other females before me and now he only dealing with me, cool. And if he dealing with me and multiple females, he ain't sliding up into nothing over here wrong. So you know what I mean? So I'm cool with it. Like, I'm cool. I protect myself, you know, and it's all fine and dandy over here with me. So I'm just like, well, since you made him choose, I guess I won. Girl, I guess I won. I don't understand. But she was sitting there looking so slow, y'all. So he chose me or whatever. So he's like, come on, okay. So, you know, I went. I was like, bye a little bit. See you later. Hope you have fun. Hope you find you another cuddle buddy. Sorry. You know, I guess I won. Period. Poo. So nah. But yeah, like, girl, that's why you don't tell people just to choose, especially if it ain't like you was his girlfriend or something. Like, you just another chick that he talking to and you tell me something choose. Of course he gonna choose me because I'm gonna let him have his cake and eat it too. I'm gonna let him have both of us. You want him to have one chick, so of course he gonna come over here with me. Okay? You know. But yeah, so we leave. So we just in the car talking about it. And I'm just like, yeah, that bitch was weird. Like, it is what it is. I don't know. And he's just in the car like,
I don't know why she was telling me to choose. Like, I just started talking to her like 2 weeks ago. Like, how she gonna tell me to choose between somebody? Like, I'm not your man. Like, blah, blah, blah.
So I'm just like, yeah, that's crazy. So anyways, we go home. We enjoy our night. Literally, I go on campus. One of my friends had a dance team, so sometimes I would go to their practice to watch, you know, the team dance. So it was tryouts this day, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna come and I'm gonna sit in with them, and you know, they be wanting my opinion on stuff. So I just went to tryouts. I go to the tryouts, and who was one of the girls? Miss Little Bit. So Little Bit is there, and she sees me like basically like I'm one of the judges, like, you know. So she see me and she instantly, I guess she felt like, oh my God, like, this is the bitch. Like, she not about to put me on a team because we just had our little 1-2. And, you know, and meanwhile, I'm sitting there looking like, girl, I would, first of all, if you a good dancer, you a good dancer. Like, this is not even my team. So one, if you was good, I would let them know that you was good. I'm not like that. Like, I'm not no petty, miserable bitch. Like, I'm just not. And if anything, you had the issue, not me. So why would I feel any type of way towards you? But she used to always think I felt some type of way because of that incident. But I never even cared. It's so weird how you feel one way about the situation and somebody else can see the situation in a completely different light. She thought we had static. She thought we had beef. And little did she know, I literally could give two fucks about that night. Like, at all. Like, I really did not care. So when she performed, like, you could tell she was working her ass off, because she probably like, I gotta impress Kay, let me put on, like, all of this. And she made the team, of course. So, like, when she made the team and she heard her name get announced, I had to let her know, because she didn't know I wasn't really like a judge. Like, she just seen me sitting up there with them, and like I said, they wanted my opinion, but I wasn't officially like no judge. I didn't like technically my opinion didn't really matter. I was just there to support my friend, you know. Like, I was just sitting there because I knew everybody on the dance team, so I would just come pop in. But to her, she didn't know. She thought I was like one of the people that chose, like, you know, pick the people at tryouts. So when she got the spot and she seen me like leaving, she came up to me like,
I'm so glad that you could be a bigger person and put that shit aside and you still chose me to be on your team. Like, I just want to thank you.
I'm sitting there like, first of all, girl, ain't no bigger person. Like, I'm not being the bigger person to nothing, because there was no situation between us. You feel what I'm saying? Well, for me, it was no situation. Like, me and you didn't argue. Like, me and you barely said any words to each other for real. Like, you was staring the whole time. I didn't care. So it wasn't really no big problem for me, but maybe for you. Second of all, I was like, this is not my team. I was like, you know, this is my friend's team. I'm just here to support her. And she's like,
okay. Like, these are your friends?
I'm like, yeah, sis, like, these are my friends. She's like,
okay. Well, I just want to know, like, do you and Josh still talk?
Girl. I was like, yep, we do. And she was like,
like, that's so crazy. Like, yeah, he just was lying to both of us.
So at this point, I asked her, I was like, why do you keep saying that? Like, why do you keep saying that he was lying to both of us? And she was like,
because he told me, like, you know, I just assumed that he wasn't really talking to nobody else. Like, he didn't tell me about you.
So I'm like, sis, he don't have to tell you about me. Like, just because he didn't, that don't mean he necessarily lied to you. And she like, cause
did you know about me?
I'm like, no, I didn't know about you, but I also didn't ask about you, and I also didn't care. I was like, me and him is not together, so he could talk to multiple people. Like, I don't mind that. And she was like,
oh, girl, yeah, you better than me, because when I talk to my dudes, they only can talk to me.
And I was like, well, I guess that's why you lost, sis. Like, the fuck? I'm like, yeah, if you had a problem with me, I was like, that was on you. I didn't have no issue with you because I didn't care. And she was like,
no, it wasn't really a problem. It's just that, like, you know, I was just trying to understand, like, what he saw in you.
Bitch, what are you talking about? What he see in me? Do you see this, baby? Don't play yourself. So nah, but I'm like, what do you mean? Like, cause I'm gonna be honest, like, I'm not no hater. Like I said, Lil Bit was not an ugly girl. Like, she was a pretty girl. She was thicker than me and everything. She had big boobs, big booty, and everything. So, like, I guess for me, I felt like she was saying, like, because I'm small, if y'all don't follow me on Instagram or anything, like, I'm a petite girl. Like, I'm small. I will stand up, but I ain't got no pants on, you know. But I'm a small girl. So, like, I guess, I don't know if this what she really thought, but I'm assuming because she thought like she was thicker, got big booty, big boobs, and because I'm really like the opposite of that, I don't know if she felt like what do he see in you and not me, and I got all this ass and titties, okay? And I'm just like, baby girl, it's just a vibe. It's just a vibe. So now in the face, baby, because you can have all of that, but this face, this personality, such you could never, a bitch could never. Okay, but no, it don't even be about all of that. Like, people be really just thinking like, oh, she's thicker than me, so he's gonna like her. And I mean, some dudes might. Everybody got their preference, but baby, I'm just me, and that's just something. It can't be duplicated. That's all it is. So she really was asking me like you know, I just wanted to know what he saw in you, girl. You gotta go ask him why he chose me and not you. Like, I don't know. What you want me to be like? Oh, because I did this. Because I used two hands. So, no, I'm just playing. I'm just playing, though. But, no, like, don't worry about it. Just know, like, it is what it is. But, like, don't think because you thicker than me, like, you gonna bag every nigga over me. Because, baby, Literally, that didn't work this time. So, but okay, let me stop playing, y'all. I play way too much, y'all. I be trying to be serious, but I just can't help it. But nah, y'all. So she was just like, "Well, I'm glad we could be cool now." I'm like, "Sis, we ain't cool. We ain't got no beef. I don't even know you, sis. You over there and I'm over here. It ain't like it just we is what it is. It is what it is. Like we don't need to be cool. Like we don't need to be none of that because sis, you did too much. You did too much, and now I see how you move. So it's no beef." You know, it's no hate, but you over there and I'm over here. So we're going to leave it at that. So, yes, y'all, like, I just thought it was so funny because like bitches be having the nerve to ask somebody to choose, and for you, if you gonna ask a dude to choose, you need to be confident that he's gonna choose you, cause then you're gonna be looking slow. Cause she really thought, like I said, I really believe like because she was thicker than me and she had bigger boobs and butt, like and like I said, she wasn't no ugly girl, dog. Like I'm not even gonna hold you up. Like she was a pretty girl. Like she was pretty. She was a nice little pretty chocolate little thing. I ain't gonna hold you up, okay? But I really think because she was sticking to me that she thought like he was gonna choose her over me, and maybe that didn't work out. But yes, y'all. Anyways, that is the end of my story time. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. As always, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. But y'all, mannequin challenge. I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you in my next video. Peace.